I didn't start my weight loss journey because I was strong. I started my weight loss journey because I had nowhere else to go. I was hurting so much. I was so tired of hating how I looked, hating how I felt about myself, and there was nothing left to try. I remember looking in the mirror at those times when I'd catch myself by accident because I never looked in the mirror, God forbid, and I didn't even recognize myself. It was like I was looking at a stranger in a stranger's body with somebody who had disappeared inside that body. I didn't see any of the life I had left in me. There was no shine. There was no sparkle in my eye. There was no happiness. I was just miserable. I was hurting. I was sad. When I started my weight loss journey, it wasn't even because I wanted to look better. It wasn't because I thought, oh, you're going to be healthy and you're going to look better and you're going to feel like a model. You'll feel pretty again. That never even entered my mind. I just was tired of feeling like crap all the time. It was mental, it was physical, it was emotional, because mentally I was sure I was never going to be anything again in my life other than fat. Physically, I was hurting head to toe. By the end of the day, my joints were screaming in pain from carrying 350 pounds. And physically, like, I had heart issues, I had blood pressure issues, I had all kinds of health issues that went away after I lost weight. By the way, my joints never hurt anymore. And emotionally, I was just so wrecked. I lived with beating myself up day and night. So on every level, I was a disaster. And I just couldn't face myself in the mirror because it was me looking at all of me, not just who I thought I had become physically. It just reminded me that I was a train wreck. And then I have to say, we know there was a magic moment for me where my daughter reminded me that I had two granddaughters to live for, and that changed everything because they were the only two people on earth that I believed actually saw me, that looked at me and didn't say, "Oh, Fat Nana's here." They were just these innocent little tiny babies that sparkled when they saw me, and I could be myself. And you know what? I did shine when I was with them, and that gave me something to know that maybe there was a little bit of hope in me. And maybe if I focused on fixing myself, I would be better for them, and in turn better for myself. I came to realize that my pain didn't get to have the last say. My hurting, the things I was beating myself up over for decades, were not going to rule me anymore because I had a reason to move forward. And all of us have different reasons. I know you may not have twin granddaughters, and you all have something, whether it be your health, whether it be vacations you want to go on and feel good. Maybe you just want to feel freaking energetic and great. Maybe you want to live for your spouse or your children, your grandchildren, your pets, your pet snake. I don't know what it is, but there's a reason. There's a reason inside you, and you know this already. I was at the point where I didn't think I could do anything anymore. I was isolating myself. I was depressed. I was sitting in the same spot all day long doing the most useless thing ever. I just had lost belief that I could do anything until I saw those little girls who reminded me when I sang to them that I could make them smile, and who reminded me that I could smile. And you may be listening to my story and saying, yeah, I hear that. Yeah, that's how I feel. And maybe you hear me talking about my granddaughter smiling. A little smile is coming on your face because there are things in here that really do matter. Things in life that make us feel, that are deep, that are resonating. And if those smiles those two little girls gave me are resonating with you right now, then there's shine left in you too, and it's worth chasing after. If you're here right now and you feel like your weight is way out of control, and maybe your life is too, and maybe you feel like you're too far gone to be able to have hope to lose weight, to gain self-confidence, to feel good about yourself again, I want you to try 3 little things this week. Just 3 tiny little things, and try them. The first one I want you to do has to do with eating. Pick 1 meal a day, every day, and pick that meal to be one that's going to bless your body. Make it a healthy meal. It's not about weight loss. It's not about losing weight. It's about teaching your body that you still care for it. You're giving it nourishment. You're giving it love. Bless your body with good food this week. Just 1 meal every day, and be thankful for it. Feel good about it, and feel good that you're doing something good for yourself. The next thing I want you to do, now I want you to remember before I ask you this, that I was 350 pounds, hadn't moved in years, hadn't been able to walk across the room without losing my breath, and yet a year and a half later, I was working out for 2 hours at a time. So I don't ask you this without knowing exactly where you may be right now. So I want you to try something. Go on a 5-minute walk every day. Every day. And if you can't walk, then do chair exercises for 5 minutes every day. Get mobile. Dance in a chair. Dance on the spot. Go for a walk for 5 minutes every day. I would pick walk above all 3 right now for you, because there's something really cathartic about walks. It's like our brain gets to recalibrate, and we get fresh air, we get fresh thoughts, and somehow things churn in the back of our mind, and things come to a working out while we walk. So try a 5-minute walk. It's kind of like you telling yourself that I'm going to keep moving despite how I'm feeling. It's almost defiance of what you believe you are right now if you feel like you're not. If you feel like there's no saving where you are, you're defying this. Do it anyways. I know this one might be hard because I had a really hard time being nice to myself in the beginning, but it's a process. We learn to love ourselves. We press through and determine to love ourselves. So I want you to try this every day. 1 little sentence where you look at yourself and you say something kind. Maybe you remember how nice you look in blue and you say, oh, blue looks good on you. Or maybe you think about how you silently pray for people that you care about. That's a really nice thing to acknowledge to yourself. Maybe you suffer in silence and you help everybody and you do your best, and that's something you can acknowledge as well. There's lots of examples. I'm sure you could probably think of about 20 things, but you're going to slam them away and say, oh, I'm a really nice person, yeah, but I don't have any friends. Well, don't slam them away. Take them and acknowledge them, because I'm sure you're a good person, and I'm sure you've got something you can say every day to yourself. Pick something different every day for 7 days. And acknowledge something kind towards yourself. Even if it's shaky, even if you don't believe it yet yourself, it's all you need. It's a seed. It's a beginning. It's where you start. If these feel like tiny little baby steps that aren't going to get you anywhere on a huge weight loss journey, I want to ask you something. Where are you right now? Are you on the weight loss journey? Are you doing what you believe in? Are you sticking to it? Do you falter and fall every time? Maybe it's time you try something different. Maybe it's time you start working from the inside out to fix what's going on the outside. If you're carrying 200 extra pounds like I was, guaranteed that you've got some work to do on the inside, because you eat for a reason. And these 3 little things are enough to start with. If you need more support in how to start, I made something for free that you can grab the link for down below. It's called the Weight Loss Readiness Checklist. It's really long. It's really in depth, but it really digs in to see on many levels why you may be hanging on to weight in the first place. So grab it, take a look, do a self-evaluation, be kind to yourself, but also be honest. And not honest as in, well, I'm really unable to do this. Honest as in, Where are you now? And what do you need to do to get really ready to do this? There's no pressure, there's no shame. I just want you to have some clarity on where to start. I want to remind you that you don't have to be fixed to get fixed before you start. You don't have to have all your crap together to be able to start a weight loss journey. There's no perfect day. As a matter of fact, starting in your brokenness is probably the best way to start, because if you wait to be ready and feeling fantastic and motivated and ready to go, I don't know some of you, but it took me a lot of years before I felt like I was ready. And it wasn't because I was ready because I felt fixed. I was ready because I was at the end of myself and broken to pieces. You don't even have to be brave. You just have to take little steps forward, and that is how it starts. And if you decide to do it, I'll walk with you. I'm not saying I have a perfect life, and losing the weight to me was fantastic. I'm so glad I did, because physically I feel so much better. Emotionally, I feel confident about myself and I don't feel embarrassed. I used to feel embarrassed all the time and I didn't want to leave the house. And on so many levels, it was the right thing to do. But my life doesn't come without stress. My life doesn't come without pain. My life doesn't come without huge challenges. But how I face them is a lot different than I used to before. And how I walk with my faith, I walk with journaling, I walk with walking and thinking things through in a healthy way. That's what I'm here to help you do, to help you learn how to get through life without having to eat your way through the pain. And if you need more, I offer coaching one-on-one for those of you who are interested. I just hold your hand through the fire. We get through it one step at a time. I'll leave a link down below and you can take a look at some of the options there are. There's actually a free session, so if you ever want to chat, hit up that free session, book a time, and let's chat. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel a lot and helps me to get my message out to people who are hurting, who need help, who need to lose weight. And I'm there with you all the way. And I will be back soon with more, because I always have more.